What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Yep, I'm wearing my Ford hat, so that means we're working on my car today. So I've got a new mod that I want to do to my car, and I want to show it on video. But first, for those of you who, haven't followed my YouTube channel before, haven't seen the videos of things that I've done to my car, or you don't follow my Instagram channel, because believe it or not, I don't video every mod I do. Did I say Instagram channel? My Instagram account for my car. If you want to go follow it, link is in the description, or the name is in the description. You can go on Instagram and just search up at Red5Focus. If you want to keep up with all of the mods, because I don't video all of them, follow me on there. But I figured today I would, as I'm doing this mod, before I do it, go over a couple of the things that I've done to my car, or at least just a brief summarization of everything that I've done. So this is my 2007 Ford Focus SES 4-door hatchback. It is my baby. I keep her looking nice because that's how I got her. And so let me real quick run through the mods that I've done. One of the first mods I did to my car was add these stripes on the fender just to give it a little pizzazz. And a lot of people like the stripes. It's very noticeable. Not a lot of Focuses that I have seen that are this year have the stripes. Another big mod that I did was actually my exhaust. Now, I did pretty much everything myself except for one thing, and that was the initial thing that got me into cutting things out of my exhaust and replacing them with pipes. I got this rear exhaust pipe, the rear muffler back here. I got that cut off at a shop. I paid somebody to do it and put the pipe back there because they had to bend it and everything, and I don't have the resources to do that. But then I started realizing, there's other things down here that I could do myself. So there's a resonator right about here, and I can show you, or you can go back and look. I cut that out. And then the secondary catalytic converter, which is around, this part of the car over here, I cut that out and replaced them both with test pipes. And the only thing that is on the exhaust that is stock is the catalytic converter right back there, just because I would probably have to buy a down pipe to replace that, and I do not have the money to do that. I put a bunch of stickers on the car. First sticker I put on was the name of my car, Red 5. If you don't know, it's from Star Wars, it's Luke's call sign. And yeah, so then I put my favorite Bible verse, but I put the whole thing. My favorite verse is just one part of that, but I put the whole thing just because I like all of it. That flag sticker is new. I put these stickers on there because I have a 2.0 liter Duratec, and then I put my Instagram handle there for my car. And on the back here is a group that my friends kind of started. There's only like 3 of us. And apparently one of the cars that started is gone, out of commission. May she rest in peace. There's another flag sticker back here, and a daily driven sticker from Wickedly Boosted. That's about the only thing on the car that I had from Wickedly Boosted. Most recently, I blacked out all of the badges with Plasti Dip, and I know it's Plasti Dip, blah blah blah. I blacked out the wheels, and actually these are not the original stripes that I had. That's Plasti Dip instead of the vinyl stripes that were on there. And then I redid the eyelids. They used to be vinyl, and I made them more aggressive with the Plasti Dip. I blacked out my grill. I also replaced my antenna with a shorter antenna. I got a little tired of the long antenna, coming up over the sunroof, and blocking the little bit of view out of the sunroof. Plus, it was just kind of annoying to deal with, and I wasn't really going for a rally car look, so I decided to get a shorter antenna for it. And then a little more recently, I have put one of these lips on the car, and I think it looks good. I think it adds a little sportiness, a little more sportiness to the car. Let's talk about the mod I'm going to do. Yes, they are LED strips. And there's a reason that the hood is up. I'm adding underglow to my car. So the lights I bought are these Govee Car Underglow LED lights. It comes with a Govee Home app. You can adjust the brightness on them, and they have a music mode where they dance to music. I'm not sure if they dance to music like they hear the music and go to the beat of the music, or if they just kind of dance. They're designed to dance with music. So the reason I was interested in this particular LED underglow kit is because if I want to turn them on, I don't always have to pull out my phone, because on my keychain I can put this little remote, which you just slide down, and there's 4 buttons. A is to turn it on and off. Can't see that. A is to turn it on and off. B is to adjust the brightness. C changes the colors, goes through the colors, which you can get more in depth with the app. But if you just want, the basic colors, you have this button to change it. And then D changes through, there are 10 scene modes they are called, which I'm not 100% sure what they do. I'm assuming that it's just when, the lights have a pattern that they go through with the different colors. But you can change through 10 different scene modes with the D button, which is what I find very interesting about this kit. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that battery cover so that I can get to the battery where the 2 wires are going to go. It's very simple. The red wire will go on your positive end, and your black wire will go on your negative end, and that will power the lights. And one 10mm bolt unscrewed a little bit later and the cover removed, then you have access to your battery. You have 2 more 10mm bolts to take the cables off of the battery, and then you should be good to go from there to start attaching the wires. Alright, so now the battery is disconnected, there's no electricity running through the car, and now you can start messing with the lights. Now, what you want to do before you do all the connecting to the battery is to lay out your lights as if you were going to put them on the car. Like, lay them probably around the car, and I'll show you in a second. I will lay them around, or like I'm going to put them on the car, just so you can figure out, how everything goes on the car, how it fits, everything like that. Before you start, sticking things to places, and there are little clamps to like screw it into the body to make sure that it doesn't fall off. So before you do all that and put holes down there and stick things in with 3M tape and all that, you want to make sure that it all, fits and the way that it's supposed to. So when I was setting it up, I went ahead and stuck it down through there, down by the intake. You may have to fiddle with it if you're if you have a Focus like mine and you haven't replaced the air filter with that aftermarket one like I did, because that frees up a lot of room. You just want to make sure that when you're zip tying the wires, that you're making sure that it's not going to touch anything that's going to melt the wire. It took me a little while to figure out how to do this. I basically just laid the wire right there on the peg and put the battery terminal back down on it. And then here's the layout. There's a shorter one up front, a longer one on the side on that side. And then there's a longer one on this side for the side, and then that one goes all the way to the back here. And that is how the layout looks. And they're even powered, so I can turn them on. And they work. They work just fine. All right, so I got the first strip for the front on. And I did use some screws to screw it in because it is just plastic. So it was kind of easy. There's only one over here. My arms got a little bit tired. So yeah, but they are on. They do work. And there it is. And I'm working on, I had to jack up the front right there so that I can try to get it in the wheel well so that it's not all over everywhere. It does look a lot better when you're standing up though and looking at it. It's not straight at the LEDs. There you go. There's a little sneak peek of what it's going to look like. And honestly, they give you the brackets to keep it on there, but the 3M tape honestly feels really strong. so I may wait till I have time to put the brackets on with the screws, and when I have a drill and I'm not hand screwing it in, because I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little tiring squeezing under the car and trying to get those screws to screw in there. So I've got the car jacked up a little bit, and I'm gonna work that LED light through the wheel well if I can, and it's gonna go over here. All right, so I finished routing everything. I decided not to video everything because it was taking long enough trying to do it just without videoing. So basically, I put one of the, you can't see that, but I put wire, like tucked it in the fender up here, and then it kind of runs under the car over here instead of going into that fender because the wire wasn't long enough. Then it goes under the back fender back here. You can't see all this, but I'm walking around the car anyway. Excuse me. And it comes to this back one. And the finishing touch looks very nice, I think. 3, 2, 1. I don't think I can drive with this color on. But I do think that I can drive with a couple of the other colors, and if I turn the brightness down so it's not so bright. But yeah, I think it turned out great. I'll see if I can get some night driving shots and put it in at the end of the video. So that is going to be it for this video. So make sure to subscribe, like the video, and go follow my Instagram, red_5_focus, to see other stuff that I've been doing in my car, because I don't post everything on YouTube. All right, see ya.
喧騒まみれこの街の演奏玉たまま一度ついておいで世界中魅了するほどに豪華なジャパン一番ジャンプランさうちらの出番テリヤキボーイズ in the place to be 見せてやろうリジナル VIP
Many many diamonds dangling Bag full of money we strangling Hate me, fry me, bake me, try me All the above cause you can't get in I don't want no problem